Hi, it's Jamie. This is my first video, and I'm going to read my essay for English. Um, we are doing persuasive essays, and my topic was gay marriage, and I'm for it. So, yeah, I figured this is a pretty good video to start off on. So, I hope you enjoy it and think it's convincing, seeing as how that's what it's supposed to be. It's a persuasive essay. I'm rambling, and I'm sorry. Okay. Here goes. How many of you dream of becoming adults and being able to marry the person you love? You want to share your life with them, keep them safe, and make sure that if anything happens to you, they'll be okay. Unfortunately, for about 10% of men and 5% of women, that's all this is a dream. As of right now, Saturday, April 25th, 8:14 p.m., gay marriage is only legal in 5 states out of 50. California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Iowa, and Vermont. It's only recognized in 2 states, New York and the District of Columbia. I believe same-sex marriage should be legalized in all states because there's a separation of church and state. Many of the American laws and ideas are either being completely ignored or are unfair in a land where everyone's supposed to be equal. And the argument against it really aren't that good. The phrase separation of church and state is usually penned to a letter written by Thomas Jefferson in 1802. In this letter, he said that the First Amendment to the Constitution was creating a wall of separation between the church and state. I believe that marriage should either be kept exclusively in either the church or exclusively in the state. Right now, it's in the middle. If marriage is kept in the church, then married couples should not be afforded rights that others don't get. And the church should have the same discretion that it has, as of right now, in whether it marries a couple or not. If it were kept in the state, then all married couples would get the same legal benefits, rights, and documentation. In addition to there being a kind of in-between place in the separation of church and state, I also believe that many of the laws and ideals of American society are being either ignored or are completely unfair in a land where everyone is supposed to be equal and free. As Americans, we have the right to believe in any religion we want to, and to even believe in no religion at all. Some religions don't have any problem with gay marriage, for example, Buddhists, and many Christians also are for it. And if all men and women are created equal, then why are they unable to marry people that are equal to them? They don't get the same tax cuts and can even be denied visitation to their partner to hospital. How would you feel if someone you loved a lot was dying and you couldn't see them? Although gay marriage is a hot topic, I still chose this because it's something that I feel strongly for. There are many people both for and against it. Many of the arguments against it are quite poor. They say that if people of the same sex are able to marry each other, then it will cause America to go down a slippery slope towards, let's say, adults and minors able to be married and able to marry their animals. Animals, however, don't have the same legal standing as humans and can definitely not sign a binding contract. Many countries have also been marrying young girls to men much older than them. Ancient Greeks and Romans even had ceremonies to bind older men with boys much younger than themselves, often engaging in homosexual acts. Cough, cough, sex. Many people say it's unnatural. If it's unnatural, then why has it been observed in over 400 species of animals? Also, if it's being rejected because it's unnatural, then we should reject other unnatural things such as glasses, cars, air conditioning, polyester. Marriage is also said to exist for people to procreate and to populate the planet. If this is so, then infertile marriages and old marriages should not be allowed to occur either, because they can't have kids. And single-parent homes are also allowed, even though one of the arguments against it is you need a male and a female in order to grow up properly. I believe that every person in the world has the right to marry whom they want, be it someone of the opposite gender or someone of the same gender. Even if marriage is still tied to both church and state, or the government is doing everything they can to keep you apart, or if they somehow come up with better reasons other than God or it being unnatural, it's your right to marry whom you want. And I think it's wrong to take that right away.